This ABC15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. Straight up.
Hi, I'm Steve Irvin with your top stories from ABC15 Arizona. Tracking the latest in the battle against coronavirus, drug maker Merck has applied for emergency use authorization of its antiviral COVID-19 pill. Merck says its study data showed the drug lowered the risk of hospitalization and death by half for people with mild to moderate disease. If Merck's pill is approved, this would be the first oral antiviral medicine to fight COVID-19 infection.
So we'll be able to prescribe this to folks. They'll take a 5-day course and hopefully be able to stay home, not come in for an intravenous infusion, and keep folks out of the hospital. So it's really very promising news.
Merck has already sold 1.7 million treatment courses of the drug to the U.S. government, but health experts warn there are some caveats. Some say it's too expensive and will likely be in short supply, and that so far it has only been tested in unvaccinated high-risk people. New numbers from the Department of Health and Human Services show vaccinations have saved at least 1,000 lives in our state and have prevented 2,800 hospitalizations. According to our partners at Cronkite News, an estimated 6,800 COVID infections were also prevented among elderly residents who got the vaccine. Experts saying this report is proof the vaccine works. Happening tomorrow, the city of Peoria partnering with Albertson and Safeway to offer the COVID, flu, and shingles vaccines, as well as pneumonia. They'll be available at the Peoria Community Center from 8 until 3. The address is on your screen. Raising concerns about the pandemic and people's mental health. A new study from Boston University shows startling numbers of how many adults are dealing with depression. Before the pandemic started, about 8% of adults reporting they were struggling with it. In April 2020, that number went up to 28%. The team then surveyed those same people in 2021. It rose to 32%.
You're not stupid at all. It's just one of those things that everybody needs to know how to do it, but everybody is confused until they have learned properly how to install it.
And learning could make all the difference in saving your child's life if you're in a crash. New data from AAA Arizona and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration finds more than half of all car seats brought in for inspection are not properly installed. Yet only 1 in 5 parents look to free local events for help. Operation Safe Roads taking action to give you options to make sure your child doesn't become a statistic of the hundreds of lives lost daily across the country in car accidents. Mesa Fire and Medical, one of the many locations across the state that offers free car seat checks.
A lot of the issues that we see are just common misuse.
The car seat could be too loose, too tight, not tethered, and you may have questions about rear-facing, forward-facing booster seats. If you need to find support near you, we put links for you in this story on abc15.com/roads. Reassuring news for kids looking forward to trick-or-treating this year. Dr. Anthony Fauci says families should feel safe if they plan on taking part in the event outdoors. He added if people want further ensure their safety, they should consider getting vaccinated. At this point, vaccinations are approved for those people ages 12 and up. Some good news for those of you frustrated with robocalls. A report shows those types of calls in Arizona have dropped by more than 3 million in July. This as the first phase of a new federal mandate took effect that requires phone companies to implement anti-robocall measures. But some consumer advocates say there is still more that could be done to stop them. Now to our Impact Earth report. The drought in the West taking its toll on the production of hydropower, and that could produce ripple effects across our state. Hydropower is used to store energy, with hydropower production expected to drop about 25% this year alone. It could start to put more of a toll on power grids. Federal officials say there is a 34% chance Lake Powell won't be able to produce power by the year 2023.
Active weather pattern for the start of the week, and we start with those winds which are creating some blowing dust. So a blowing dust advisory for the valley and southwestern Arizona goes until about midnight tonight. Most of the state is actually under a wind advisory, with portions of Apache County that are actually under a high wind warning. And again, both of those going in place until midnight tonight. Then things will kind of ease up a little bit heading into our Tuesday, but the storm system should be coming through as we head through the rest of of the night. And after midnight, when we'll start to see that wintry mix and that snow falling for northern Arizona. The valley should stay relatively dry. We might get a sprinkle or two as that system moves through. But when it comes to temperatures for tomorrow, we will feel that chill from that cold storm system. Temperatures will be in the 60s for the most part throughout the day. Again, winds a little breezy at times throughout the afternoon.
For the latest headlines, weather, and traffic, head to ABC15.com or download the free ABC15 mobile app.
This ABC 15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. Straight up.